Before he was the phenomenon, before he became the most feared number 9 in history, before he was a 2-time world champion, before he became a living legend of world football, Ronaldo Luís Nazário de Lima was just a boy running through the hot streets of a suburb of Rio de Janeiro. No spotlight, no stadium, no certainty about the future. Just a ball and a talent that seemed not to belong to this world. September 18th, 1976, Bento Riburo neighborhood, north zone of Rio de Janeiro, a place where football is not just a sport, it is a hope, a last resource against being forgotten. Nelio Nazário, a bricklayer, and Senhor dos Santos, a nursing assistant, had just welcomed their third child, Ronaldo Luís Nazário de Lima. The house was simple. Money was always scarce. But there was one thing that never ran out: the ball. And Ronaldo chased it as if he were running from his own destiny, or perhaps straight toward it. From the very first touches, something was different. Ronaldo didn't play like the other children. He didn't think the game like they did. He didn't move like they did, while others were learning how to control, pass, and shoot. Ronaldo was already doing all of that. Faster, stronger, with a frightening naturalness. It was as if football were a language he spoke before he even learned how to walk. He was 8 years old and already playing with boys of 14, 15. And he didn't just play, he dominated. Childhood friends remember a boy who seemed to have been born with the ball glued to his feet, who saw plays no one else could see, who moved with a grace and speed that made no sense for his age. At 12, Ronaldo faces the most controversial decision of his young life. He drops out of school, a hard, risky choice that many families never managed to make. But football was no longer a distant dream, it was a daily obsession, a calling impossible to ignore. He begins dedicating endless hours to and it is there, on those tight courts, that the monster is born. Futsal shaped the phenomenon. In reduced space, every decision must be instant, every touch, precise, every movement, explosive. That is where his absurd ability to accelerate within 2 meters was forged, to change direction without losing balance, to decide before the opponent even realized they needed to react. At 13, Renova was already playing for Sno Cristova, one of Rio's main futsal teams. At 14, he was being watched by professional clubs. At 15, there was a certainty in the air. That boy was not going to stop there. Ronaldo Nazário arrives at Cruzeiro in Belo Horizonte at just 16 years old. Thin, shy, almost fragile in appearance. Few imagined what was about to happen. What followed was not a gradual evil, it was a rupture, an explosion that shattered any logic of age, experience, or hierarchy. In the Minas Gerais State Championship, Ronaldo scored 44 goals in 47 matches. 44 goals in 47 games. Unreal numbers. Unbelievable. Adult, experienced defenders simply couldn't understand what was happening. The center backs who faced Ronaldo at the time say it was like trying to stop a train. We trained all week to stop him. Game day came. Nothing worked. He didn't seem to run. He exploded. He didn't seem to dribble. He cut through. He didn't seem to finish. He sentenced. Brazil quickly realized this wasn't normal. This wasn't just talent. This was something that appears once in a generation when it appears June 1994, United States. Ronaldo Luís Nazário de Lima, 17 years old, is at the World Cup. He doesn't play. He doesn't score goals. He doesn't decide matchas, but he watches Romario destroy defenses. He watches Bebeto celebrate with the baby cradle. He watches the pressure in Dunga's eyes. He watches the weight of wearing the yellow shirt at a World Cup, and without playing a single minute, he becomes a world champion. Achi's 17. There, silently, a certainty begins to form in Brazilian football. We were holding not just a future star, but the center of gravity of world football in the years to come. August 1994, Eindhoven, Netherlands, a cold country, a physical league, a completely different culture. Ronaldo is 18 when he arrives at PS. Many doubt him. They say he is too young, that he won't handle Europe, that he needs to mature. He answers the way he always has, with goals. In 2 seasons, 54 goals in 57 matches. He doesn't adapt, he dominates. Coaches and players who live with him in Holland admit they thought they understood attacking football. Then Ronaldo arrived, and everyone realized they understood nothing. And the world, now without any doubt, understood. Football had changed levels. A new era had begun. Summer 1996, Ronaldo signs with Barcelona for a record fee. He's 19. Expectations are enormous. Barcelona hadn't won the Champions League in years. The Catalan fans wanted more than goals. They wanted magic. And what happens that season becomes eternal. 1996-97 season, 47 goals in 49 matches. But numbers alone explain nothing. You have to see it. You have to feel it. You have to remember it. He dribbles goalkeepers as if they were cones. He drags defenders as if they were children. He runs at full speed while maintaining absolute control of the ball, something that simply did not exist before him. The goal against Compostela is not just a goal, it is a statement. He receives the ball at midfield, accelerates at an impossible speed, leaves 4 defenders behind like statues, dribbles the goalkeeper with obscene ease, and pushes the ball into an empty net. The entire world stops. Analysts, former players, coaches, journalists all say the same thing in different languages. We have never seen this before. He wasn't just fast. He was strong. He was technical. He was intelligent. He was complete in a way no one had ever been. Actually, that moment a nickname stops being just a nickname and becomes an absolute truth. He is the phenomenon. Summer 1997, Ronaldo leaves Barcelona and signs with Inter Milan in a world record transfer. Expectations are absurd. Italy was the land of impenetrable defense, catenaccio, absolute tactical rigor, a graveyard for strikers. The place where brilliant careers came to die. Many said that the phenomenon would finally be put in his place. What happened was the opposite. Ronaldo didn't just survive Italian football, he humiliated it. Impossible sprints against Juventus defense. Goals that seemed to defy biomechanics. Defenders who simply gave up mid-play. In 1997 and 1998, he is named the best player in the world. Ballon d'Or, FIFA World Player, everything. At 21, Ronaldo wasn't just the best player on the planet. He was football itself. Incarnate June 1998, World Cup in France. This did the expectation, the certainty. Ronaldo arrives as the best player in the world, the symbol of a Brazilian team that seems unstoppable. He scores goals, he decides, he takes Brazil to the final against host nation France. But football sometimes charges a cruel price. July 12, 1998. Hours before the final, Ronaldo suffers a convulsion in his hotel room. His roommates Roberto Carlos and Edmundo panic. Doctors are called. The world doesn't know. The press doesn't know. The lineup is released. Ronaldo is out. Minutes later, Ronaldo is back in. What happened in that locker room remains shrouded in mysteries, theories, and silence. The match begins. Ronaldo is on the field, but Ronaldo is not on the field. That is not the phenomenon. That is a ghost wearing the number 9 France 3-0 Brazil. What happened in that final was not just a sporting defeat, it was a collective trauma. A question mark that would haunt Brazilian football for years. And the world, which had placed Ronaldo at the top, now watched him fall. Without understanding how, after the 1998 World Cup, Ronaldo was no longer just a footballer. He had become an enigma, a symbol of genius interrupted by something no one could fully explain. He tries to return, tries to prove he is still the same, and at times, he is. In brilliant, explosive moments, he is still the phenomenon. But something invisible had already begun to break. November 21st, 1999, Inter Milan Dasus Lexi. Coppa Italia, a simple movement, a common sprint, a dry sound, complete rupture of the patellar tendon in his right knee, a scream that echoed through the stadium, teammates crying, opponents in shock, doctors staring in disbelief. Actually, that moment, many believed Ronaldo's career was over. That kind of injury for a player who relies on explosion and speed is practically terminal. Specialists were unanimous. He would never be the same. April 2000, Ronaldo returns after 5 months of recovery. 7 minutes later, another injury, the same knee, another rupture. This time, even worse. Complex surgery, indefinite recovery, a dark prognosis. The next 2 years were a desert, solitary rehabilitation, constante pain, training without the ball, deafening silence. As new stars emerged, Rivaldo, Figo, Zidane dominated headlines, and Ronaldo disappeared. To the public, he became the past. Too many, a beautiful memory the body would not allow to continue. Football moved on, life moved on, and Ronaldo watched it all from a distance, alone in his invisible fight. After 2 years of silent hell, Ronaldo announces he is ready, that he is going to the World Cup in Korea and Japan. Few believe it. The press is skeptical. Fans are cautious. He is overweight. He has lost speed. His body is no longer the same. A broken player, a name too big for a body too fragile. Too risky a bet. Brazil's not at its best. The national team is criticized. Coach Felipe is questioned. And Ronaldo is treated as an unknown. When he steps onto the field at the 2002 World Cup, the world laughs. A bizarre haircut. Strange. A global joke. But Ronaldo had planned it. He knew everyone would talk about the hair. And that way, they wouldn't talk about his injuries, his fitness, the pressure. It wasn't vanity. It was strategy, distraction, psychological armor. And then he starts to play. Korea and Japan, 2002. Every Ronaldo match is an answer. Against Turkey, a goal. Message sent. Against China, a goal. Confidence returns. Against Costa Rica, 2 goals. The phenomenon awakens. Against Belgium, a goal. No longer luck, destiny. Against England, a decisive assistência. Intelligence. Against Turkey in the semi-final, another goal, unstoppable. Each goal was not just a number on the scoreboard. It was a reply. A message to everyone who said he was finished. History being rewritten in real time. June 30th, 2002, International Stadium, Yokohama. Brazil versus Germany, World Cup final. On the German side, Oliver Kahn, the tournament's best goalkeeper. A nearly impenetrable wall. The final obstacle between Ronaldo and complete redemption. The match is tense, balanced. Kahn seems unbeatable until 67th minute, a mistake, a rebound, a loose ball, and Ronaldo is there. Pure instinct presence. The goal-scoring sense had never left him. Momento zero Brazil. 79th minute. Rivaldo drives forward, enters the box, lays it off to Ronaldo. A low, powerful shot into the corner. Kahn stretches but can't reach it. 2-0. Ronaldo drops to his knees, crying. Teammates pile on top of him. Brazil are world champions. Ronaldo scores 8 goals in that World Cup. Top scorer, Golden Boot, best player, but none of that matters as much as what it meant. It wasn't just a sporting victory, it was one of the greatest comebacks in the history of world sport. A man who fell to the deepest point, who was declared finished, returned to the top of the planet, on the biggest stage, under the greatest possible pressure. There, on that Japanese pitch, Ronaldo stopped being just the phenomenon. He became eternal. After the redemption of 2002, Ronaldo signs with Real Madrid, joining the Galacticos alongside Zidane, Figo, Beckham, Raul, and Roberto Carlos. He is no longer the same Ronaldo from Barcelona or Inter. The speed is reduced, the body heavier, injuries still appear, but moments of pure magic remain. Decisive hat-tricks, impossible goals. Game intelligence compensating for what the body no longer delivers. In 4 seasons, he scores 104 goals in 177 matches. Wins La Liga in 2003, becomes a Madrid idol. True greatness does not disappear, it transforms. 2006 World Cup, Germany. Ronaldo arrives for his 4th World Cup. Heavier, slower, but still decisive. He scores 3 goals and becomes the all-time leading World Cup scorer with 15 goals, surpassing Gerd Müller. But Brazil disappoints, eliminated in the quarterfinals by France. And everyone realizes this is the last dance. After the World Cup, Ronaldo plays for Milan and Corinthians, increasingly limited physically, increasingly distant from his peak. But in 2009, wearing the Corinthians shirt, he still finds strength for one final moment of glory, helping the team win the Copa do Brasil and the São Paulo State Championship, February 14th, 2011. São Paulo Ronaldo announces his retirement, emotional, at 34. "I wanted to continue," he says through tears, "but I can't anymore. I tried, but my body can't take it." Ronaldo Fenomeno ends his career with 2 World Cups, 2 Ballon d'Or awards, 3 FIFA World Player of the Year trophies, 15 World Cup goals, a record at the time, in over 400 goals in professional football. But numbers were never the main point. His legacy lies in what he made football believe was possible. Before him, strikers had to choose between strength or a technique, between speed or intelligence, between finishing or dribbling. Ronaldo was all of it at once. He changed the mold, redefined what it meant to be a number 9, created a standard everyone chases, but no one fully reaches. Today, when great number 9s South are discussed, all are compared to him. Some come close in specific aspects. Many fall short, none fully replace him. Ronaldo Fenomeno was not perfect. He had flaws, excesses, public falls. He fought against weight, against injuries, against pressure. But perhaps that is exactly what makes him so great. He didn't win despite fragility. He won through it. He fell when everyone thought he would disappear, and returned on the greatest stage of all to remind the world why they called him the phenomenon. When the history of football is told 100 years from now, there will be many names, many stars, many champions. But there will be one chapter that begins like this. There was a player who seemed impossible, who fell when the world expected him to vanish, and who returned on the greatest stage of all to remind everyone why they called him the phenomenon. And that player was named Ronaldo.